Government, police and FA are calling for greater action in the fight against racism after the Sky Sports News special report team uncovered alarming incidents of repeated racist abuse inside English football grounds. A warning: this report contains offensive language and scenes that some viewers may find upsetting.
On October the 6th last year, Bolton forward Marvin Sordell complained about being racially abused at Millwall. We decided to go to South East London to see what was going on for ourselves. During the whole of last season, no one was arrested for a racist offence at Millwall. 2 weeks after Sordell says he was called a slave at the Den, we went to Millwall's next home game against Birmingham City. We sat in block 28, right by where the away substitutes warm up. Sordell said he was abused along this touchline. We didn't hear anything racist until Marlon King scored his third goal of the night. This was the reaction of one Millwall fan. For 3 months, the matches at every level of the game, at grounds where black players had told us they'd been targeted. The worst racism we came across was when we went back to South East London. Millwall versus Leeds is one of the biggest games of the season at the Den, and we were back in block 28. In the first half, we witnessed 2 Millwall fans racially abuse Millwall captain Danny Shitu and Leeds forward El Hadj Diouf 4 times. Millwall scored the only goal of the game in the 85th minute. During the game, Diouf was subjected to monkey chants from some fans in block 28, and he was racially abused a total of 55 times. Diouf spoke to the referee Mark Halsey and pointed to block 28. The game continued for another 7 minutes after the referee spoke to the 4th official through his headset. After the final whistle, Diouf appeared to complain to a steward. He was ushered away, but he went back to the Leeds fans to give his shirt to a supporter in a wheelchair. Over 3 months, we kept a log of all the games we went to. At Millwall versus Leeds, we witnessed 56 incidents of racist abuse by 5 white men. 6 different insults were used repeatedly.
Well, Andy Holt is the Association of Chief Police Officers, leading for the football policing. He thinks last night's special report is a wake-up call for the authorities.
I'd like to think that it is not in every club and every force area in the country, but it's potentially far more widespread than we'd hoped. I don't want to over-egg it, but neither do I want to be complacent. So certainly your programme, I think a wake-up call for all involved in football. It cannot be right in this day and age that we've got racist abuse being hurled from the terraces. You know, I'd hoped, I think we'd all hoped, that we'd moved on from that.
Well, the FA has asked for a full copy of the video footage and has released this statement. The FA condemns any incidents of racist abuse which simply will not be tolerated and will work with the relevant authorities, including the police, to investigate fully. We continue to urge anyone who has been subject to or witnessed racism to report it through the appropriate channels. Football League Chairman Greg Clark believes more needs to be done to encourage black players to report such incidents.
There's 2 issues. One is we obviously have to stamp out racism because no right-thinking person could in any way condone the sort of terrible behaviour we saw on your programme last night. But what chilled me even more wasn't the racism, it was the reticence of black players to feel comfortable in reporting it. If we've created an environment which doesn't support black players in confronting this issue, we've done something terribly wrong. So we've got to wrap ourselves around our black players, give them our support to be able to report such episodes and then deal with such episodes extremely severely.
Football agent Sky